miles per hour.
Wow. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. On second down, Cook. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Mond out of the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cleveland.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance, going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
6-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, here's Mond. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
This is caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and goal. Mond flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. The Vikings 19-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Watson on 3rd down. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Chubb again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down. It's Cook. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Powering his way forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now Cook running right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go option to the short side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
There's Jefferson to pull that in.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Mon. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without every... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Full partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Watson on first down. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw again on second down. Mond. They'll dump this off to Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mond now off of play action.
And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
First down, Browns.
On first down, it's Watson going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And the Browns first down.
And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mond. Escaping the pressure right.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Cook now off the read option, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 40 now on second down. Mond. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Mond. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Chaz Surratt there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now the deficit continues to grow.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Thrown away and incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Chaz Surratt. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Off the play fake, Mond. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of them.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. Third down here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mond looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. From the gun, here's Mond. Sliding out of the pocket. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson looks to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! That's caught. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. To throw, Watson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Taking a shot here for Marshall. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Terrace Marshall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 1st down, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Watson to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.